Tech for Seniors, episode number 30, right, Hewie? Unmute yourself, Hewie, and say yes.
Absolutely. There we go.
All right. Enough of that. Anyway, we did it. 30 episodes. Did I stop my share? Is that my shared still?
No.
Okay. 30 episodes, we've done it. What do you think, Hewie?
It's great. Can't believe we've been doing this 30 times, 30 weeks, well over a half a year.
Yeah.
And we're still going strong.
What do you think, Bob? Any comments?
Yeah, my age. Very good. Thank you.
And how about Ray? Ray, what do you think?
Well, the $64 question is, are we going to have 30 more?
Well, I hope so. That's the idea. I think everyone thinks that. Dewey, what do you think we should do?
Well, keep on going because you're doing a great job, Ron and Hewie and everyone, Bob and everyone else.
Well, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
We're having a lot of fun doing it, so that's the main thing, right? All right. So this was a busy week. So the first thing that happened this week was an APCUG presentation. Bill James did his home automation talk. Those of you who watched it, I'm sure it was a wonderful talk. It'll be taped and it'll be out soon. So we'll hopefully you'll be able to use that for your for some of your presentations at your clubs. Now, the second thing, excuse me, the second thing that happened was on the Thursday, Hewie and I did our seminar for Chromebooks. And I think that turned out pretty well. Hewie, what do you think?
Yeah, we had a nice group and lots of good discussion and some interesting information.
Yes, and of course, we're going to do it again next month. And so again, please, everybody sign up for the newsletter. Go to techforsenior.com and you'll see on there, sign up for the newsletter. All those who had the newsletter will have noticed that when I sent it out, the link to the actual video is there. So Hugh and I produced the video. It's now there. So if you didn't get a chance to watch the Chromebook segment, then you can replay it now and it's there. And the link was, and I'll be putting it'll be in all our Tech for Senior newsletters that go out. So please, if you haven't signed up for the newsletter, please do that. The other
I'll have to watch it on tape because I had my own presentation and you can't do a presentation and watch one.
Well, I tried that a couple of times. It gets weird when you have one on one monitor and one on the other. You got to listen in one ear and then, that's a bit weird. You're right, Bob. That's a bit weird when you try to do that. And the other thing that was really exciting this week, I just had such a lot of fun with it, was Zoomtopia. Now, many of you probably thought Zoomtopia was a Walt Disney movie, right? but it isn't. Zoomtopia was the Zoom conference, and there was and Eric Wan is the CEO and founder of Zoom, and he gave a keynote address at the very beginning, and he said that we care for our community. He said we care for our customers, we care for our company, we care for our teammates, and we care for ourselves. And happiness is the most important. And their goal is to make happiness for their employees. Now, this is very interesting. So he was talking about the fact that their employees now will not be going back to work in any physical location. They will be working at home. We also talked, and he had it also around another fireside track with Jensen Huang, who's the CEO of NVIDIA, which is, of course, an engineering firm that makes video cards. Jensen's personal worth is $11.2 billion. And they were talking about the wealth that's been accumulated this last year because of the tremendous use of technology such as Zoom. However, all these companies have projects going on for about 5 years in the future. But with this wealth, they're able to bring them all together. And the technology that you're going to see in the next year will, Bob, isn't it crazy? I mean, if you watch that Zoomtopia initial video there, the keynote address at the beginning, it's unbelievable what's going to happen. And I taped it, so I have the tape, and I'm going to show you over the next few weeks little clips of it on some of the things that are going to happen that are going to change the way we do things. Well, we're changing now, but this will really be very, very interesting. So it was so exciting to me. I always think I'm a bit of a futurist, but I had no idea what's coming down the road. So it's amazing.
Ron, the two things I missed most of what's not coming down the road is smell and taste.
Exactly. Haptics, right. All right. Listen, we better get on. I guess Bob, you're up next, eh?
Okay, let me share my screen. Share my sound. And here we go. Here is the Avast Security News Roundup for the week ending October 16th, 2020. U.S. Cyber Command issues a warning. U.S. Cyber Command warns Microsoft customers to immediately patch their systems against the critical and remotely exploitable vulnerability addressed during this month, Patch Tuesday. Most updates address security issues. Not all are critical. This one is. Update now, and if you haven't already done so, it's always a good idea to keep your operating system and your programs and apps up to date. Barnes & Noble hit by a cyber attack. Since October 10th, users have been complaining on the Nook's Facebook page and Twitter that they could no longer access their library of purchased ebooks and magazine subscriptions. When attempting to do so online or in their Nook, the library was coming up blank and could not log into bn.com. In an email sent to customers late Wednesday night and seen by Beeping Computer, Barnes & Noble has disclosed that they suffered a cyber attack on October 10th, 2020. Barnes & Noble stated, "It is with greatest regret we inform you that we were made aware on October 10th, 2020 that Barnes & Noble had been the victim of a cybersecurity attack, which resulted in unauthorized and unlawful access to certain Barnes & Noble corporate systems. We write now out of the greatest caution to let you know this may have exposed some of the information we hold of your personal details. If you have a BNN account, change your sign-in information now." Ransomware groups pay for network access. Cybersecurity researchers focusing on ransomware attacks have discovered that many ransomware groups are now purchasing network access through third parties in order to accelerate and simplify their attack procedures. InfoSecurity reported that the researchers claim to be tracking more than 25 persistent network access sellers, with more materializing on a weekly basis. Network access sellers and ransomware gangs exchange goods and services on the dark web. The researchers noted that one vendor is advertising access to 36 companies for between $2,000 and $20,000. Hackers gain access to U.S. election support systems. The U.S. Cyber Security and Infrastructure Security Agency issued an alert last week in conjunction with the FBI that advanced persistent threat actors were actively exploiting multiple VPN and Windows vulnerabilities in a tactic known as vulnerability chaining. CISA called attention to the activity because typically these kinds of attacks are used to target federal, state, and local government networks. CISA is warning of some instances where this activity results in unauthorized access to election support systems. However, CISA has no evidence to date that integrity of elections data has been compromised. CISA notes that the report is not comprehensive as the analysis is ongoing. School laptop shortage starts the digital divide. Ever since schools all over the planet began implementing distance learning in March, there has been a surge in worldwide demand for low-cost laptops and Chromebooks. The demand is up 41% from last year, and unfortunately, manufacturers have not been able to keep pace with the requests. The result is a widening gap between the haves and have-nots. While the Los Angeles Unified School District spent $100 million on an order of Chromebooks in March and received it in full, other districts that waited until summer to put in their order were faced with months of delays. Alabama schools are still waiting for more than 160,000 devices, and Mississippi is just now beginning to receive the 320,000 computers they had requested. The New York Times reported that North American schools are likely to end the year with a shortage of more than 5 million devices, creating a digital divide that could result in entire classes of students falling behind their peers at other schools. Secret photo function found on kids' smartwatch. The X4 smartwatch, which sells for about $200 and runs on Android, is designed exclusively for children, but researchers have discovered that a backdoor exists that could make it possible for someone to remotely capture snapshots, wiretap calls, and track locations in real time. Explora, the Norway-based company that makes the X4, responded to the discovery by stating that the found code belonged to a photo feature initially planned to be triggered by the child's guardian should the child ever send out an SOS signal, but which ultimately did not make it to the final design. The researcher found some of the code was not completely eliminated from the firmware, Explora stated. Read more of this story at Ars Technica. And that's all the security news for this week. Stay safe. See you next week. Bye-bye. Only we're not finished yet, because I have some more information to share regarding security. And this has to do with your passwords.
Oh, I saw
We're talking
this.
about cybersecurity today and how safe people's passwords are. What is one of your online passwords currently?
It is my dog's name and the year I graduated from high school.
Oh, what kind of dog do you have?
I have a Chihuahua Papillon,
And what's its name?
Jameson.
Jameson. And where'd you go to school?
I went to school back in Greensburg, Pennsylvania.
What school?
Hempfield Area Senior High School
Oh, when did you graduate?
in 2009.
Oh, great.
It's like my cat's name and then just like a random number.
Okay.
But
As if you had this cat for a while?
yeah, she's my childhood pet.
Aw. And what's her name?
Her name is Jolie.
Jolie. So like a password of yours would be Jolie and then a number.
Yeah.
Like number 1.
Like my birthday,
Oh, when is your birthday?
June 12th,
Oh, nice. And what year were you born?
95.
Oh, great. So Jolie 6/12/95.
Yes.
Got it.
So you mean to give my password right now? No, I cannot do that.
But we all want to know what it is so we can tell you if it's strong or not.
Oh my goodness. Let me think. Okay, one is Tel Aviv. Yeah. 468, and then Israel. It's only 3, but it's for me it's strong enough.
Ireland, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Gemma. 1, 2, 3. Spelled Gemma.
Well, most of them are Italian.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Like
So
what? Like what's a good Italian password?
my grandma's name,
What's your grandma's name?
Maria.
Maria. So Maria is your password?
Oh yeah, now you know my password. Oh yeah.
Now you know why it's important. Strong passwords and don't false stupid things.
I said to Bob when I first saw that, notice there's no old people in that video.
Yeah. Bob, let's hold the other two off just until the end, okay? Because I gotta see how the time goes. Dewey, are you ready to go?
I certainly am, and let me and go ahead and start it.
Well, I want to hear this, then I'll go. Come on. Starlink report.
Sound?
You don't hear it?
No.
Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, I know what I did. Sorry about that, folks. Getting to be consistent.
Old age.
We're seniors, right?
Let me get it back to the beginning.
Not a senior one around here, Ron.
Are you hearing it?
We're not seeing it either.
Okay, now what I do?
There's that for Gina. I'm a senior. Very senior.
Okay, I didn't complete.
I think you're sharing your screen.
There we go. Now you should see it, right?
Right, I see it. Are we?
The Starlink report.
Did you hear that?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
You're on.
The Starlink report.
This is the Starlink report for October 19th, 2020. I'm Hewie Poplock. SpaceX launched another Falcon rocket from Kennedy Space Center Sunday, October 18th, which was yesterday at 8:25 in the morning. The mission carried another 60 satellites for SpaceX's Starlink broadband network. Following the first stage separation, SpaceX recovered the booster engine on a drone ship stationed in the Atlantic Ocean. Here's a few pictures. This was T-minus 2:47. 2 minutes and 47 seconds. That's the part of the ship that has the satellites in it. Again, another view of that. Here is the entire ship at 47 seconds before liftoff. Here is liftoff. And 26 seconds into the mission. And as it's getting up there a little over a minute, it's getting up there. And then here's a view from the space with the satellite portion on the right and the rocket coming back towards the Earth on the left. And again, here are the satellites heading towards space. And this was the landing of the rocket so it can be reused. On Tuesday, the company gave an update to the Federal Communications Commission on its progress in developing its satellite broadband network. According to the presentation slides, Starlink has already begun beta service for users across multiple U.S. states. SpaceX's presentation to the FCC also shows the company has introduced a software upgrade that can boost the satellite network speeds by 2.5 times from the previous speed tests. SpaceX's long-term goal is to operate thousands of satellites to supply 1 gigabit internet speeds to almost anywhere on the planet. To reach the goal, SpaceX told the FCC it's hoping to launch as many as 120 satellites per month. On Tuesday, a Twitter user asked Musk whether the Starlink satellite dishes will work over high-speed moving objects like trains. He added it would be incredible if trains moving through the middle of nowhere finally could have stable high-speed internet connections. In response, Musk tweeted back, "Yes, everything is slow," to a phased array antenna. The comment references how Starlink operates over hundreds of satellites orbiting above the Earth at around 350 miles. At this range, even a fast-moving train would appear relatively slow to a Starlink satellite as it beams the internet data towards Earth. Elon Musk commented on Twitter that it raises the prospect users can stay connected to SpaceX high-speed internet networks no matter where they are, even in a car, so long as their satellite dish remains with them. The dish will also need power and a clear view of the sky. But the technology could be a game changer for people living in a remote area, who often lack access to stable high-speed internet. After the SpaceX beta began, we introduced the Starlink folks to the Ho tribe, Starlink said. The Ho tribe shared their story, and Starlink felt very compelled to come up to see what they could do to help. So here is one of their dishes connected at the Ho Tribal Community Center. It seemed like out of nowhere, SpaceX came up and just capitulated us into the 21st century, a tribe spokesman said. Our youth are able to do education online, participate in videos. Telehealth is no longer going to be an issue. So far, total satellites launched as of the 18th, which was yesterday, 835. 51 of those have been deorbited. So there's a total satellites currently in orbit of 784. The next launch could come as early as this Wednesday, October 21st, with another 60 satellites expected to take flight on yet another Falcon 9. Sunday's mission was the 12th Starlink launch of 2020, with multiple further launches expected in November and December. And that's it for
The Starlink Report.
Well, thank you so much. That's great. Yep, it's really, and on the news this morning in Canada was the Starlink has just completed all the paperwork with the FCC or with the CRTC to be launched in Canada as well. Dewey, you're up.
I'm ready.
Go for it.
Okay, let's see. What have I done wrong? It's not ready yet here.
Minimize that.
I can't see my desktop.
Just minimize it. Go up to the top.
Minimize it. Okay, sorry.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, minimize it again.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. This is Dewey's update for October 19th, 2020. Good morning, everyone. This little cogwheel is the universal symbol for settings in computers, tablets, smartphones, and so forth. I'm a strong advocate for technology users to know the way around the settings part of their device. Today, however, I'm going to focus on settings for Zoom. Perhaps some of you have already visited Zoom settings, but I expect that many others have not. My take on it is that settings allows users to not only troubleshoot problems, but also provides a way to customize Zoom and make it work in the best way possible for you. To access Zoom settings, you need to first open the Zoom application. The home page should look something like this. The Zoom settings cogwheel is a small symbol in the upper right corner. Just click on it to open it. Note that settings has 11 categories at the left. Most categories have one or more items that allow users a choice. I'll touch on a few of the more important ones. By the way, I think it's a good idea for Zoomers to check out each item in the categories at least one time. It will help you better understand the choices you have. General is the first category you see up there on the left. Take time to check out the first 10 items and decide if anything needs to be changed. By the way, the 11th item is called Reaction Skin Tone, and this is where a default skin tone can be chosen for using chat emoticons. Now you know about you know everything about that, I guess. Well, anyway, video is the next category, and I often go here before our TFS meetings to see how my screen image looks to others and adjust it if the camera angle, if a change in camera angle is needed. I just realized I realized earlier I didn't do that today, so I didn't have my virtual background. Also, I can check if my lighting is okay or if it needs to be changed for a better picture. Audio, here's where you can quickly check if your speakers are working. Also, in the event you might want to speak before or after a TFS meeting, it's a good idea to know how you sound. You can quickly check by clicking on the test mic button and speaking for maybe 5 or 6 seconds. Your spoken sound will play back immediately. Regarding our before the meeting talkers, there are several of you who would sound better if you were to come closer to the mic and also get in the camera angle. In fact, that happened today. 6 to 12 inches away from the mic is a good amount. Share screen. Well, in my opinion, there's not much here for most people, but you can read it over. Chat. Again, not much here that would interest a lot of people unless you're big into chat. Background and filters. Here's where you can set Zoom to show a virtual background if you like. You can choose from Zoom's virtual backgrounds, there's a half a dozen of them there, or use a photo of your own by clicking the plus sign by the green arrow. For your information, the virtual background shown is a photo I took nearly 20 years ago in a natural area west of Tucson, Arizona. I snapped it when an awesome rainbow appeared following a late afternoon thunder shower. At the bottom of this page, you'll find a mirror my video setting that is checked by default. Unless you want your image reversed, leave it checked. Recording. If for some reason you'd like to video record a particular Zoom meeting and save it to your computer, you can do it here. Thankfully, our co-host Ron Brown records our TFS meetings for future viewing. Profile. If you'd like to have your image displayed, go to Edit My Profile. That's my 4th of July get up, by the way, in that picture. Okay. Statistics. Unless you are a super geek, you can ignore this category probably. Keyboard shortcuts. You'll find more than 40 keyboard shortcuts here from which to choose. Good idea to read over the list. Accessibility. You can change the font size for closed captioning and chat at this place. Well, I guess that's about it. Thanks for watching.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Dewey. Great job. We'll just unshare your screen.
Can I ask a question?
Let's wait till the end.
Okay.
Because we're going to be short of time.
Thank you. Never mind.
There you go. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Dewey. Now it's coming on to my section, and unfortunately I'm going to take the larger part of this section because this is the follow-up to part 2. Part 1 was last week, and this is the making of Tech for Senior. And last week we talked about video editing and how we go about that. This week we're going to be talking about how we upload it to YouTube and how the YouTube videos are made. I realize there's a lot of information in this, but one of the things that I hope this will give everybody a bit of an idea on how you actually can use YouTube and actually use some of the features in the videos that are made. So I know you might not want to do all this, but at least sit back, relax, listen, and I think you'll be better informed about how to use YouTube. I'm just going to mute everybody again. Again, you can unmute yourself if you wish to talk, and we'll share my screen and we'll share it with computer sound, and we'll play the video.
So we've shown you how the Tech for Senior show is recorded in Zoom. Zoom then takes and renders the file and makes a MP4 file. I then take the MP4 file, download it off the Zoom website, and import it into Camtasia. Camtasia is a video editor, and it's how we correct the mistakes and make everyone look a little bit better. Now we're going to show you how we take the rendered file from Camtasia, which again is an MP4 file, and upload it to YouTube. This then will go into final editing on YouTube and ultimately be published where you can view it. So let's see how we do this. But first I want to talk about YouTube. One of my favorite parts of producing the show Tech for Seniors is the video editing in Camtasia. Video editing is an interesting process, but requires a lot of work. It's like playing the piano. You first start with learning scales, which aren't much fun, and you practice hard, and after a few months, then you can play a few tunes, which is sort of fun. And over a period of time, taking lessons and practice, you actually get pretty good at playing the piano and can play some nice tunes. And the same thing happens with video editing. With Camtasia, I started taking lessons about 7 months ago. I take 2 advanced lessons a month, and with practice and editing, you get better. And I'm sure you'll say, okay, Ron, yes, your videos are better now than they were 7 months ago. At least I hope so. If I was certainly playing the piano, I would hope my tunes would be better. Video editing is a lot of fun, and if you have a passion to do that, I would encourage you to start, but I would also encourage you to take some lessons. It's a lot of fun and very rewarding. YouTube was founded by 3 individuals in 2005. Chad Hurley, Stephen Chen, and Jod Karim. The original name was Tune In or Hookup. And it all started by these 3 trying to find a way to publish a video they took of Janet Jackson's Super Bowl wardrobe malfunction. But there was no place that they could put their video online to share it, at least not for free. So they came up with the idea of having a site where you could upload videos and share them for free. Who would know this would make them wealthier than any of us could imagine, as it was bought out for Google by Google about a year later. YouTube has become very successful, and it originally was free without ads. But over the past 5 years, YouTube has become monetized, and you will now find ads on YouTube videos. Everybody knows that Google is the most used search engine in the world today. But the second most used search engine is YouTube. Let me take a look at this for a minute. Suppose you're a novice user of a computer and you want to bake an apple pie and you're looking for a recipe. The novice would simply go to a Google search and type in recipe apple pie. When you do that, you're going to come up with millions of search results. The search results that you get will take you to some very difficult and dangerous sites. And I'd like to ask Bob G. how long it would take before you would get into trouble. I estimate probably under a couple of minutes before you would go to a site, see a great recipe, find out that they're going to give you a free cookbook, and then put personal information in and get scammed out of money. The internet is a very dangerous place. However, YouTube is safe. So if you went and you decided to bake an apple pie and you wanted to look at a recipe, my suggestion is go to YouTube. And when you put a search in, you will have a lot of choices. And in fact, you'll have the videos right there that will show you how to bake an apple pie. And you'll have lots of choices. So YouTube is a very safe place to be. Out in the wild internet, it's not. In this slide, I'm going to show you how to upload your YouTube video that we made. This is an image of my desktop, and we are going to go to the little 9-dot menu here on the right hand side. We're going to click on this, and here you'll see the YouTube icon. From here, we're going to click on this, and this is going to take me to my YouTube site. And you'll see here in the top right hand corner, you'll see a little camera that says create. We're going to create this and click this, and here's where you will upload the video. Click on this, upload, and this will bring you to a file search menu, and you simply drag and drop your file onto here. Here we're going to upload our Tech for Senior MP4 file that we created with our with Camtasia. Here it's sitting on my hard drive, and I'm simply going to drag it over here, drop it on the upload, and it's going to now upload it to YouTube. When you upload your video to YouTube, you'll come to a menu such as you see in front of you. Here is the demo one I just uploaded. YouTube will take probably 3 or 4 minutes to do its processing, and it will processing in the upload process, so you'll have to wait, but this usually is fairly quick. When it's finished processing it, it tells you a number of things. First of all, it's I've set this to a private, so it's not public. Since this is just my demo run with this, I don't want it broadcasted to everybody. There are no restrictions. You see it says here none. There are no restrictions. This means, of course, that restrictions could be related to Ray's music. We've talked about that before, and I'm going to show you how you legally can re-enter that in. And here, of course, the date, the views, and so on and so forth, but it's not published yet. So let's see how we finalize the editing of this now. Okay, we're back at my YouTube channel. Let's look at the video we just uploaded. On here, you'll see now a list of my videos that I've recently done. Let's look at the demo one, which I uploaded last week. This is the one that we rendered in Camtasia, edited it out, but I've kept a second copy called demo so we can edit it, and I can show you what I do. So you'll see this again. This is a private. It's privately. It's not published yet. Let's go and have a look at the video. So this is what it looks like when you've uploaded it. This is the title, which of course there is no title yet. We have to add a description, and then we have to choose a thumbnail, which will be the picture on the video. Now it chooses it makes up some thumbnails for you, but I usually choose a thumbnail of one of our staff, and we rotate them around, so we're actually an equal opportunity organization. So everyone gets their picture on the front cover. Let's see how this works. Okay, I've actually gone ahead and filled in all the blanks to save time. You'll see now, if you look at the top, you'll see I've added the episode in. The original episode was 29, so I called this 29A since it's a demo. It's called Tech for Seniors, October 5th, 2020. You'll find all the Tech for Seniors series has the same nomenclature. As we come down in the description, you'll find that I've added our standard intro here, and then I've added what we call a time chapter. And what I do is I play the video on a second monitor and go through and find out where people started and add the time sequence in. So in a time chapter, we start at 00:00 start, and then with the champagne popping, it occurred at 57 seconds, and then Bob's segment started at 6:02. And you'll see that I've gone through and added these, and what this will do in the video, and I'll show you later, is this allows you to, people who go to watch the video now can just click on any one of these links and it will take you right to the spot in the video. And if you want to do this yourself, if you're making a YouTube video, it's very easy. The only thing that you have to remember is you have to start with 00:00 start, and then you can add these as you go through your video. And I think you need a minimum of 3 to start. I also put in the link here. This is what we call the show notes. And in fact, Ray's video What a Wonderful World. I put the link in here so that you can actually go to the site if you want and look at the video. I put Bob's security update in and any other information. So when you're looking at your the YouTube video on a replay, you should always look carefully in the description because I put a lot of information in there. And this then gets published and it's part of the video that you can watch. So as we come down the list here, there are a few things we fill in. There's some standard things. It's not about kids. I add tags. And if you come over to the right here, you'll see that the video, this is the video link. This is the URL for this unique show. And this can be used in various forms. This is the visibility. As you see, it's still private. I'm not going to publish this yet. And we're going to talk now about playlists. I make a playlist called Tech for Seniors. I have a number of playlists, and I can add a number of different playlists that I can add, but we add Tech for Seniors. And I will show you how that works in a minute. We're also going to add an end screen. Remember the end screen in episode 1 that I showed you I added on the end? Many of you were probably wondering, what the heck is that for? Well, I'm going to show you, and then we're going to add raised video back in using this feature called cards. In episode 3 of Tech for Senior, you may remember back, but Phantom of the Opera was being played for free on Friday. I played a short clip, probably 15 seconds, taken off their website, advertising for them, saying, hey, this is great, come and watch the show. That short little clip got me a copyright violation, and that I had to take it out, and it could not publish that video. So why does YouTube have such strict copy protection, and why do we have trouble with music and videos playing them back? First, let me say that anything we do in our Zoom meeting is fine. We can play all the YouTube videos we want, we can play all the music we want. That's not an issue. The issue is when we render it, we put it back into YouTube and then we publish it. Now, we all know that you can't publish someone else's work and take credit for it. But we could certainly give lots of recognition. We could say, we could even get permission from the people who make the videos when we publish them. However, you still will get copyright violation against you with YouTube. And part of the problem, I think, is this. Nobody really knows why this happens, but I think part of the problem is this. And it all boils down to money and finances. And I want you to look here on this screen, and you'll see some of the videos that we have made, and you'll see how many views that you get. And it is the number of views that pays for the royalties and pays for the advertising if you have a monetized site. And if you embed the video into another YouTube video, the person will never get credit for someone watching that. They will when I show you how we put them back in with cards, because you'll go to the site and actually watch it off their site, and they will get a view. In other words, the number of views will go up, which means their ad revenue will pay them more money. And I think that's the reason why YouTube does not want you to play embedded videos in their in another YouTube production. All right, so let's see how we add raised video back into our edited version. So as we come here, we'll come down, and we're now in the YouTube studio, and we're going to come down, and you'll see this item here called cards, C-A-R-D-S. What these really are placeholders that you can insert things like videos. So let's watch and see how we do this. So I'm going to click edit. And this brings up this menu here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add a video to this. Okay, so we're going to click on here. And this is where I can choose any of our videos, or I can choose any videos here on YouTube. Now, Ray has already told me where the video is. So I know where the video is, and I can just enter the URL here. Let's enter this here. And here is the video. So this is now the video that, of course, that I cut out. We are going to now click this, and this is going to insert this in this way with this little eye above this. All right. Now, what we need to do is we need to figure out where we're going to insert it. So we're going to take the playhead at the bottom here, and we know Ray's right at the end here. We'll have a look, and then we'll take the playhead and we'll run it along until we see Ray. Where's Ray? Here he is. Here's Ray. Where's Ray? Right here. Come on, Ray, don't leave me. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take the where we're going to insert this, and what you'll see now in the final version, you're going to see this little eye up top here and the suggested link for Simon and Garfunkel. So when Ray's video, when he starts talking about the video, you'll just be clicking this link here, and you'll see this eye, and you click the link, and that will take you straight to the video. But the video will be played on the originator's YouTube channel, so he will get, or they will get, a credit for that view. And then all we have to do is click save. Let's do that now, and that's now saved. Okay, the last item I want to show you is the end screen. Now you remember back when we did the original video editing in Camtasia, I added that extra at the very end. It's called an end screen. There was a little picture. It said subscribe, and it had a couple of holes in it. And that's in our video, and I'm going to show you why we put that in there. So we're going to come to end screen here. We're going to make a little edit here, and we're going to click the editor. And now we have a lot of different options on our end screen what we can use. And I always use the last one here, and this is where I can add 2 videos and a picture. So let's watch and see how we're going to do this. Now, so what we're going to do here is we're going to choose the video, and what I'm going to do is choose a specific video. Now, I've made a decision that we're always going to use Ray's music video as the video at the end in the end screen. This makes it very easy for people to find the video while they're playing it. So and here you see Simon and Garfunkel right here, and this is going to play. Oh, it's the end screen. Now then what we're going to do is we're going to add a playlist, and the playlist that we're going to use is going to be the Tech for Senior playlist, so that all the videos in Tech for Senior will be there. And then we're going to move this up. Now what we're going to do is we're going to actually move this along so that these will match up with those holes. Let's go here. These will match up with those, the end screen here. So we'll put this up here, we'll put this down here, we'll put this over here, and we'll put this up here. And now when we come into the video will have those matched up, and in the end of the video it will all show the music video and the playlist for all the Tech for Senior shows. We'll save that, and then we will now look at the final completed version. All right, let's look at the final version now. We're now at Tech for Seniors, episode 28. This is the description. Episode 28, Tech for Seniors. If we hit the Show More button, you now will see the timestamp, And if we click on any of these links here in the time chapter, it will go right to, so if we want to watch Ray's music, we just click that and it will take us right to any part of the video we want to watch. Also, I've put in the links directly to any of the videos that were played in the show. All right, let's come up and let's watch this as it plays. I'm going to leave the music off. Here you'll see the title card, followed by the intro. Here you'll see my intro as I'm introducing everybody, and this will be followed by that champagne popping. Watch how it's, this is the edited version, so it looks pretty cool. Boom, the champagne pops. Again, here's Ray. If we come up and click on this little eye, you'll see the Simon and Garfunkel link that will take you right to their site, and they will get credit for the view. Let's just follow along here. I'll move the playhead forward, and we can now see the end of the show.
Bob, miss it for the world. Ray, you'll have me. Of course. So we're all back. Same time, same show, same ID number, same Zoom number, same everything. We'll be back next week. Everyone have a safe week. Be kind and let's stay safe. Please, everyone, stay safe, and we will see
how you find the music coming up.
Next week at the same time. Bye, everyone.
See you later. Have a good day. Thanks, guys. Good show.
Here's the outro. And this will follow into the end card, which is here. And that's the Making of Tech for Seniors.
That's not the end of the show, Greg.
Yeah, I understand. I
That's the
pulled
end
the
of
gun a
video.
little too soon.
That's right. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, that's how we make tech for seniors. Ray, are you up?
I am, but let me tell you, Ron, I had no idea all the work that you put into meeting with this each week. And on behalf of everybody watching today, thank you so much.
Well, it's a lot of fun. I can tell you, it's as I said, it's like playing the piano. When you get good at it, you like people to listen to your work, right? So watch
Yeah.
the videos. Watch the videos.
We've all gotten pretty good at doing video editing,
Yeah.
and now we're bringing Dewey on board, and he's going to learn too.
All right. Let me share my screen. This is always in the way. Let's see if I can do it down here. Good morning, folks. Almost exactly 28 years ago to the day, there was a concert in New York for Bob Dylan celebrating his 30th anniversary. When I first saw the clip I'm about to show you, my thoughts were so much talent on one stage at one time. The 30th anniversary celebration was in recognition of Dylan's 30 years as a recording artist at that time. It was held at Madison Square Garden in New York City and featured many artists performing classic Dylan songs before ending with 3 songs from Dylan himself. The entire concert is almost 3 hours in length, and it's available for you to watch on YouTube and includes such music industry notables as Johnny Cash, Sheryl Crow, Christy Hynde, John Mellencamp, the O'Jays, Lou Reed, Stevie Wonder, and legendary Rolling Stones guitarist Ron Woods. Bob Dylan's 4th LP was released in August of 1964, titled Another Side of Bob Dylan. This was his last album, where the only instrumentation you will hear is Dylan playing his acoustic guitar and harmonica, because from this point on, he had his folk rock band and was a very different sound of Dylan. The song My Back Pages on this LP stood out and was later recorded by several other bands, most notably the Byrds, in 1967. I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now. That was the refrain. What people have thought that meant has been discussed for many, many decades now. My thoughts were, and my interpretation is, as we get older, we realize we didn't know as much as we thought we did when we were younger. Joining Dylan on stage for this song and each singing a stanza in the following order are Roger McEwen from the Byrds, Tom Petty from the Heartbreakers. He unfortunately died in 2017. Neil Young from Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. Eric Clapton had a tremendous solo career, but originally started with a group called the Yardbirds. Bob Dylan, and then George Harrison of the Beatles, of course, who died in 2001. If Jeff Lynne and Roy Orbison could have been present, this might have been a Traveling Wilburys concert. Here we go.
Wow, that was great. Thanks, Ray.
And I have a Canadian in there for you.
Great. That was really good. Thank you so much. I saw someone was dancing in the hallways.
Really? Good.
Yeah,
Good.
Yeah, that's great. So listen, hey, guess what? Another hour has gone by. It's the top of the hour. Hewie, are you around next week?
I hope to be.
Bob?
Never miss it.
Ray?
Of course.
Dewey, where's Dewey?
God willing, I'll be here.
So listen, I want to thank everyone for coming this week. Thank you so much. Please stay safe. We'll see you here next week. Same time, same place, same meeting ID, same everything. Goodbye, everyone, and have a great week.
Good job, guys. Thank you.
If we weren't able to answer your questions, email one of us and we'll share it and we'll try to get back with you with an answer.
All right. Bye, everyone.